And what we're seeing right now is just the traditional happens when the price continues in respond to the tightening. Right? So I find that
I mean, people are on their rears, on their mortgages right now, 2, 3 months on the rears, on the mortgages. It's not good out there. Not as good as people say the economy is doing, from what I've heard. I don't know about y'all, but gas prices are still going up. I don't see anything going down. Grocery prices are still up. You were just talking about a car wash. You said you went
Yeah.
into a car wash. It's one of those where you just drive
Yeah,
through.
it's a self-serve drive-through car wash,
Is,
and I just do it to give my
is that
car.
like one of them safari car washes where you go in there and it pulls the car through and you either wax or wash it? It's like $5 or $6.
Yeah, it was $7.
That's not bad.
It was $7. You stay in the car, and if you want to They have vacuums and stuff. Sometimes I just do it to clean the car on the outside.
All right, so what's the big deal? It's only
So-
$6 or $7
So
bucks.
$7. Now I got into a car accident a couple months ago, and I've been driving a rent-a-car. So the rent-a-car, I wasn't planning on washing it. It's a rent-a-car, but
How many months ago?
They're taking forever.
I was gonna say part
I know.
labor, shortage of parts or something.
It could be, yeah.
Wow.
It's taking forever. But anyway, so I go in to wash the car, drive up there. Now the cheap car wash that was $7 is now $10.
So it went up $3.
So it went up about 40%.
So what do you credit that to?
That's called inflation. That's
Probably because the soap
40
probably costs more,
Yeah.
the wax, whatever, right?
the energy costs are going up.
For the vacuum cleaners,
Right. And they have to
you got to pay for that electricity.
Right, they have to try to raise wages too, so people can keep up with inflation. And we have our wonderful governor. I just want to say, Gavin Newsom,
Be careful.
wonderful governor of California. Of course, that's tongue in cheek. But he's going to give everyone a
rebate. We get a rebate.
A rebate to deal with inflation.
Yeah.
So what
Also, a gas rebate
I want to tell
after they took all our money in taxes.
I want to tell everybody, take your inflation rebate. If you're in California, take your inflation rebate.
Be careful.
Buy some silver.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
There you go. There you go.
Take it and buy some
I gotta
silver.
sometimes monitor what Andy's gonna say.
It's going to be the best $1,000 you've ever spent.
I think
Right,
that's a
Rob?
great idea.
But isn't this the clown world that California's in right now?
Oh.
Think about that. You're receiving a stimmy check
It's going to
for
cost more
inflation.
inflation.
which
Are
costs more inflation.
other states getting these checks too?
I only heard about California.
I know we get a gas check, right? Based on your performance or whatever it is. I don't know what it is. You had
It
to, but the
happens
only
to-
way you get that steamy check is if you paid your taxes, from what I understand. So you got to make sure you pay your taxes.
Pay your tax. Everybody, pay your taxes.
Pay your taxes. You
But
don't want
it-
Uncle Sam with one of those 87,000 agents come knocking on
Yeah,
your door.
right.
I'm good. I pay my taxes. I'm good.
Yeah.
IRS knows I'm good. But you got to pay your taxes. Listen, there's something else I want to break out, and this is another warning. And this is another warning from another bank. And in this time, it's not JP Morgan Chase from yesterday. It's Bank of America from yesterday. And after, Diamond said this, Bank of America comes out, and they warn that the U.S. economy is going to start losing 175,000 jobs a month. Now, what do you think that's due to, Andy?
Well, like I said, when you raise interest rates, fewer people are going to buy cars. Fewer people are going to buy houses.
Yeah, but isn't the job market
It's less liquidity.
It's surprisingly strong in September?
Yeah, it's still pretty strong, and I think that's still a lot of the rebound from all the people who were working in COVID, and the shortage of workers. That still there was a big huge demand for workers, and I think that's starting to cool off now. And with interest rates being raised so quickly, I was just listening to an analyst who said Paul Volcker. He only took rates from 12% to 18%.
That's right.
That's a 50% increase.
That's right.
We've gone
1980.
we've gone from 0.25
Yeah.
to 3.25
Yeah,
now.
we're
That's what? That's more than a 10x.
yeah, no, it's
That's a 12x.
and it's going to continue going up. But then
That's
when they
a
have to
major-
pivot and turn around, that's
a
when
major difference. When we start feeling the effects of it, the economy is going to get hampered. I agree.
Well, you're comparing, a 50% increase to a 12 times increase, right? 12 times the increase in rates.
Yeah,
Federal funds rates. Yeah,
That's a huge.
that's massive.
That is massive. So the fallout is going to be brutal, and I don't think we haven't even seen. We're just getting a taste of it, and it's things are only. I don't see inflation letting up anytime soon. Do you?
No, in fact, neither does the Feds. They say they're going to keep raising the interest rates to bring the inflation down. Because if they keep here's the whole scenario behind this. They believe that by increasing interest rates, right, inflation's going to come down because people are going to stop spending as much. They're going to stop spending because it costs more for goods. Well, That's obvious, but there's a lot of other things that are factoring in. In fact, the Fed is working hard right now to change that by aggressively raising these interest rates to ease demand for everything from cars and homes to appliances. And in a report that came out Friday, Bank of America told the clients that the pace of job growth is expected to be roughly cut in half.
Wow.
During the fourth quarter of this year, cut in half of this year. So what does that begin to tell you? What's going to happen 2023?
Complete decimation. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's getting worse before it gets better.
Yeah, remember
Right.
the stock market's always considered to be a leading indicator, not a lagging indicator.
Right.
The lagging indicator comes after the fact, right? So it's a leading indicator because it's where all the smart money is, and we're seeing a pullback in Nasdaq is what 35% now. The Dow is 25% pullback this year. So
yeah, who was it that said?
The market's telling you, look at these companies that were once considered, the FANG stocks,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, Google. This is the greatest investment in the world, right? You're protected forever. You see Jim Cramer, the bald-headed guy.
Buy.
I'm buying FANG stocks for my kids, for my grandkids, for my nephews, nieces.
Yeah.
Look at them now. Facebook down 70%. Netflix
Yeah.
down 70%.
Who was it that said that? So there were a lot of talk yesterday where the numbers now came out, and they're saying that there's going to be another 25 to 27% drop or 30% drop yet this year.
I think that was Diamond saying.
Yeah, Jamie Dimon said that, didn't he?
Diamond, yeah.
He's the one that also said that. Said that there's going to be a drop this year yet to come of like 27 or 30%, something like that. You take that and you add that all together. See, a lot of times when you hear people talk about a 60 to 80% drop, they're not talking about it doing it all at one time. It's over a period of time. And right now, like Andy said, we're down in the 26%, something like that for the year so far.
Nasdaq's 35.
There you go. So there you have it. Listen, there's some other news that came out yesterday, and it's interesting because all this came out yesterday, and this was coming from bankers, and it was coming from former Fed people. And one of them was a former Fed chairman who just received a Nobel Peace Prize, and Ben Bernanke actually says, listen to this, and he's talking about his own people now. He's talking about his own people. He says that the Fed is way too slow and faces stagflation. And the former federal chairman, Ben Bernanke, who was involved in the 2008 crisis, said that the current Fed leaders were too slow to react to surging U.S. inflation, and as a result, they're facing a period of stagflation, which I kind of agree with him on this, right? Because look at the prices of stuff right now. Walmart, Kmart, all these people have all this surplus of inventory, and what are they going to have to do? They have to bring the prices down, aren't they? That's what they're going to have to do. But anyway, so stagflation or a combination of stagnant growth and high inflation. So he says, I think overall, is what he says, on the margin, slowed the, is what he says. He said in an interview, I think in retrospect, yes, it was a mistake, and I think they agree it was a mistake. Well, I'm sure he's in communication with the feds. What do y'all think? He was the chairman of the Federal Reserve, for God's sakes.
He did a horrible job in 2008. We all know that. He didn't stop that from happening.
No, we had a market crash. The market crashed. People lost 100,000 people. There were people that literally took their lives over losing. Could you imagine having everything to Andy in a retirement account and then going home and telling your wife, honey, I lost everything. We're going to have to keep working. We're going to have to make men's meat. Men's meat. Listen, Powell and his colleagues They chose to respond gradually to surging inflation because they didn't want to shock the markets with a repeat of the so-called taper tantrum that took place in 2013. And when Treasury yields surged suddenly under his leadership, is what Bernanke said. And at the same time, he warned that the outcome of such a slow response was going to be a poor economic performance. And even under the benign scenario, we should have a slowing economy, is what he told New York Times. A slowing economy. And inflation, he said, still too high but coming down. He said, so there should be a period in the next year or two where the growth is low and unemployment is at least up a little bit and inflation is still high. So he said you could call that stagflation. What is your thoughts on that?
Listen, I just have to say one thing. I mean, these guys are all clowns. From Bank of America's CEO to Jamie Dimon from JP Morgan to Ben Bernanke, Jerome Powell. These are all clowns. Watch their monetary policy and what they do, not what they say.
They get everything wrong.
What he's saying is what money managers were saying months ago. What he's saying is what Peter Schiff, Paul Tudor Jones, Ray Dalio, right? What they were saying a year ago, right? Like, it's not what they say, is what they do. Like, this guy's a clown. I mean, I can't trust Ben Bernanke. His monetary policies, which would cause, a majority of what took place back in 2008, right? Even though I was in middle school then, right? This guy's a clown. I mean, these Federal Reserve governors, board members, chairmen, whatever you want to call them, whatever title they have, they can't be trusted. They're not for the people. They're a private organization. They're not even government, right? They're insidious, right? They're un-American. They're unorganic beings, right? You just can't trust these people. Who cares what he says?
This is why it's so important. That was a great speech.
Yeah.
No, he's a clown. It's so important that you start getting things in order.
Yeah, exactly.
6 months down the road, according to what these guys are saying, is not far. It's not far at all. We're already at midterms, and that's why it's important to vote as well. I mean, I got my mail-in ballots, which I'm not going to use. I'm going and standing and making sure my vote counts. I don't know. Maybe a mail-in vote does count. I just don't know. But I do know that
It
with
only
the
counts if you're a Democrat.
the postal service, I'd be careful with the postal service and all those sort of things. There's just a lot of things that you have to protect yourself with. So just always keep your house in order. Andy, you mentioned about being able to purchase silver for $1,000.
Yeah, it's a great way to get yourself some exposure to precious metals. Take that stimulus check and don't buy it on something frivolous, something you don't need. Go out to a couple of fancy dinners and it's gone. Put it into some silver. It's an asset that's going to be with you. It's going to be with your kids and grandkids after you. They'll always have something that's valuable. Silver is beautiful to hold. When I bought some silver recently for my nephew's high school graduation.
Yeah, I've got actually.
It just people, you look at it and you hold it in your hand and you feel, wow, this is substantial. This is real. This is what money is, right? You take a look at it and you hold it.
Here, show this. This is this is American Eagle.
This is a beautiful coin here. This is the American Eagle, the
it's
Walking
a proof
Liberty
coin, never
here.
been touched.
Proof coin, just a beautiful coin. And I take my silver out and I play with it and I look at it. It's just a great thing to have. You really feel like you have something real.
Can you exchange that for value?
Of course you can.
Yeah,
and
100%.
in Venezuela,
just-
when they had their hyperinflation in Venezuela, that's exactly what people were doing. They were buying goods and services with silver.
Yeah.
Right?
The ones who were prepared. The ones who were prepared. The ones who actually got their house in order.
Cool. Listen, I tell you what, 800-753-8534, 800-753-8534. That coin comes in a beautiful box. It's blue velour.
That's a beautiful box. Yeah.
Nice coin.
Yeah.
It's from the U.S. Mint, which we deal a lot with the coins from the U.S. Mint, the Australian mints, the Royal Canadian Mint, RCM. We're wholesalers. We're not actual retailers, so we don't have those huge premiums like a lot of naysayers out there do. Like I'm not gonna mention y'all's names. You know who you are if you're watching. But 60%, 100%. That's ridiculous. Call a real legitimate company, 800-753-8534, 800-753-8534, or 323-380-5485. I really hope you stumble on. I know I saw some more people subscribe to our channel yesterday. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. So just go in there, subscribe, and then when we come on, whether you're watching it live now, like we're filming live right now, or you can watch it live after we've filmed it live. You can watch it live again
and we're
at another time and another day.
Call-in option too soon, right?
Yeah.
That's going to be great.
Yeah, we're going to do a lot more. We've got a lot of things getting ready to go down the pipeline. We got to be careful what videos we show. I got one I want to show you that came from TMZ yesterday.
Real quick, Alan.
Yeah.
You're on Clyde Lewis's show too.
Yeah,
right?
Tonight at it's 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Wait a minute. Yeah, 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 11 o'clock Central Time, and midnight Eastern. And I'll be on for an hour with my good friend and buddy Clyde Lewis from Ground Zero. And if you want to listen, I know there's a lot of y'all already listening to him on the radio on certain stations because he's on all the syndicated radio shows here in the United States and abroad as well. But you can also go to groundzero.org. That's groundzero.org, and you can listen to us live on there. And then you can also subscribe to, I think he has like a membership you can subscribe to and get things from him as well. But that's tonight, and I look forward to it. All right. So I'm not going to show a video of death and destruction or somebody getting beat up. I guess it's okay to talk about them. What do you think? Because we did talk about the Green Goblins the other day, and we didn't get our video didn't get taken off on there. But as far as following the YouTube rules and regulations, I don't want anybody. I wouldn't do it to myself. I respect YouTube because they're allowing us to come out here and express our thoughts, to a certain point, be able to talk about different things. So we don't want to ruin that bridge. But there is something that I want to talk about. And it's kind of funny because I go back, I'm 62, and yeah, I have the zigzag man on my arm from the days when I was a wild child. And we couldn't even smoke weed legal back then. Oh my God, if you got caught, and I don't smoke it now, but back then, pot was the thing because you weren't supposed to have it. So we'd always play around with it when I was a kid, even in school and through college and all. But, now it's like, you think about it. If you even got caught with a nickel bag, you went to prison. Now, I heard that, hey, what are your thoughts on Biden? Didn't he just release a bunch of people on marijuana or something like that? You know anything about that?
I saw that. Yeah, I didn't see it. I don't know any of the details of it, Rob.
But it was only federal or something. I'm not sure the whole thing, but there had to be a catch behind it. It's election term time and all that. So
you mean all the people that Kamala Harris threw into jail to begin with?
Is that what it was?
Yeah, she was going after all the pot people in California. She threw them all in jail.
Oh, that's right. She was the district attorney.
She was the district attorney. And she threw all the people for smoking pot.
Shame on you, Kamala. And now it's okay, from what I understand. Release them.
Yeah, I don't.
Put them in the pocket and take them right out.
I don't think pot smokers are our biggest worry in the country right now.
Well, I agree. I got to show you this. So TMZ did this. All right. So this isn't just pot smoking. This is annihilation.
Oh, yeah?
Have you seen it? Watch this. Watch this. So I'm going to show you this, and here we go. Watch this. Watch TMZ now. Look at how instead of a fogger fogging up. Now, I hope there's no violence. If it is, I'm cutting it off. Instead of look, That's weed
Wow.
smoke. You ever see it? I never seen anything like it. Is that insane or what?
This is right out of like a dystopian sci-fi movie.
100%.
I mean, these. I mean, come on, man.
That is so-
that was crazy the way they did that.
Yeah, you would see that in some crazy sci-fi horror flick.
This was real.
Some diabolical criminal who decided.
What my feelings on that are: what if there was somebody? I don't know. Can you be allergic to that? Or what if there was a child out there?
Or what if there's other shit in there that you don't know about?
You don't know what they're spraying out in the crowd.
Yeah.
And now I'm not trying to scare
That's
y'all.
frightening.
I'm just saying.
That's frightening because the government.
How is that legal?
The government is actually trying to create a
Watch it.
This is true. 100% fact. They're trying to create a vaccine that people spread from person to person without you even knowing about
Really?
it. Yes, you can look it up. There's being hundreds of $millions spent on this. It's a vaccine that's transmitted just.
You mean like giving a girl a kiss or something?
It's just it's transmitted, but when people talk, it's like transmitted like a cold.
Oh,
right?
wow.
So you can pick it up like that without even knowing.
Where did you
about
see
it.
that at?
It's been described. I think Gates is involved in it, of course.
I would do my homework
vaccine
on
he
that,
doesn't
people,
love.
before you actually get worried about that. But
Hey, I guarantee you.
don't guarantee anything.
I will give anyone a free Silver Eagle. If they show anything I say is not right, I will personally buy you a Silver Eagle.
You all heard that just now.
Silver Eagle.
Andy just,
Okay.
Rob, you heard that?
Hey, man.
He just said that if you find anything
Anything that I
wrong
say,
out there that
yeah.
Andy stated, that he will personally buy you
I will buy you.
a Silver Eagle. Like this one?
Exactly. Yep. I'm going to buy you a beautiful Silver Eagle proof like that. There's a $100 coin, right?
That's generous, Andy.
That's a $100 coin.
Wow, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I do my research. I do my homework here.
What do you think about that, Rob?
Rob does too.
You got Rob?
Hey, listen, I wouldn't put.
I hope there's 100,000 people out there trying to find this
do
all
it.
out.
Let's
And
do it.
I wouldn't
Subscribe to the
pass-
channel.
I wouldn't have passed, anything past this guy, Bill Gates. I mean, come on. I've heard through the grapevine of that transmittable, vaccine.
You've heard it too.
I've heard
Oh,
about it.
wow.
I mean, there's a lot of reports that you could find deep in the dark web, but there's hard data. There's some.
No, it's being researched now.
There's hard data.
It's actually being developed by a lab at a university. They're working on it right now.
It's insane. There was some news that came out yesterday that Gavin Newsom, our governor, he signed, this is for California now, but I'm sure others will follow if they haven't already. But Gavin Newsom signed a bill that literally, if a doctor despairs COVID,
right.
Have you heard about this? They
Yeah.
lose their license.
Yeah,
Their
it's
license can be
unbelievable.
taken away from them.
If they disagree with the mainstream narrative.
Yeah.
That changes every 2 weeks.
I
Right.
don't know. Listen, I don't want to get too much into this, but we all know that flu season is coming. It's getting to be winter again, and make sure you get your what do they call that stuff that you put the tablet in? Airborne.
Airborne, yeah.
Get you some Airborne. Airborne is really good, especially if you go on a plane.
That's what they
You
say.
heard about Airborne, Andy?
You know what also is
Airborne's great.
Airborne's good, but you know what also is really great
What?
for any kind of
Be
infection,
careful,
any
Andy.
kind of virus.
Dude.
Colloidal silver.
Colloidal
Colloidal
silver.
Oh yeah, no, I've been
silver.
hearing about that from a long time. But is that
Or
safe to
monatomic.
Of
swallow?
course, it's safe. It's safe.
Isn't that
Don't
putting
believe the
silver in your
Listen,
body?
I take
Oh,
it every.
come on.
I take it every morning.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Monatomic gold, liquid
Yeah.
monatomic.
Maybe we
gold,
should talk
and
about this
refined
one day.
colloidal
Yeah.
silver.
Maybe this is what we should talk about, like how people can go about protecting them.
I mean,
But
colloidal silver was used.
Oh, for everything, I've
Yeah,
heard.
for everything.
I didn't know what that was safe for your body, though.
It's safe. Yeah, there's people out
Is it
there.
real silver going in your body?
It's
Yes.
pure silver. Yeah, absolutely. Right?
And so, where does it actually come from? The silver, like silver
It's silver,
coins?
Yeah, refined.
It's silver. It's very,
refined.
very small nanoparticles of silver,
Wow.
and it's
See, I didn't know this.
Silver's been used as an antibacterial, antifungal, antivirus agent forever. We know silver has many kinds
Have you
of-
been taking it too?
I've used it many times, yeah.
How long have you been taking this, Rob?
I've been taking colloidal silver
Because you never get sick.
For a better part of maybe 9
I know,
years.
this guy never gets sick.
Ever.
Yeah, I've never seen him even close to sick.
For about 9 years, maybe 10 years.
Yeah.
Colloidal silver, monoatomic gold.
Where do you find that kind of stuff?
You can get it from Amazon.
Really? Just go to Amazon and buy it?
Your local health food store.
How do you spell that so people out there can hear this?
Collidal.
OIDAL.
OIDAL, yeah.
And so you just go to Amazon and buy it.
Yeah, just put in colloidal silver, monoatomic gold. You can either get liquid monoatomic gold or powdered monoatomic gold.
Oh, you can do it in a powder form as well.
Yep. Yeah. But I mean, if you're looking to stay healthy, you're looking to go ahead.
Because a lot of, well, let me ask you a question there. So a lot of our clients are.
I'm not a doctor, okay?
No, I get it. But I mean, this is great. I'm going to start taking that stuff.
I mean,
you never told me about this.
It's called the elixir of life. If you look in through like ancient.
Do you take it like on an empty stomach? Do you take it on a stomach? I take like omegas. I take things like that. But colloidal silver, I've heard about it.
I don't know. I mean, I take all my medication. I take all my vitamins.
For medication.
I take all my vitamins.
Are you crazy?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I take it on an empty stomach. I mean, I'm sure you could, take it, with food in your stomach, but I mean, I don't think that's a big deal.
You could spray it on your skin and just absorb through your skin.
Didn't they?
They have a colloidal spray?
I think there were studies for like if you had, skin rash or.
Well, I'm going to get some of this stuff. What about age group? Does it matter? Like, because a lot of our clients are 60 plus. I would think this would be good for them.
I give Hendrix.
Your son.
Silver, yeah. And he's 2 years old.
Yeah, it's very, very safe.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's.
Any other tips?
Hey,
Well, that just shows you the value of silver. Silver has
Here's
real value.
Here's one tip.
It's real value.
Get your house in order.
Get your house in order.
Because
so I love this idea that you can put silver in your body as well.
Yeah.
Store of wealth inside your body.
Yeah,
it's really good.
Silver
actually,
is used in solar panels. It's used.
How about
in
can you do gold in your body?
It's used
monoatomic gold.
It's used in electric cars.
Monoatomic gold.
A quick fact right now: of all the cars produced in the world, only 5% are electric now. And that number could easily go in the next 10 years to 30 or 40%.
Oh, I think it will.
With all of the government mandates about electric cars. So think about that. You're going to see a 6-7 times increase in the demand of silver for electric cars, which is about 20% of all silver demand is for electric cars. That's a major, major increase. And so we know when demand goes up, that's only going to increase the price of silver. So
I mean, premiums already. Look at Walmart.
So what happens when you go through a metal detector and you got that whatever you call it, colloidal silver in your body? Does it go beep beep beep? Do you set off the alarm? I mean, I don't know. Maybe we should try that.
I mean, we could. That'd be fun.
That'd be fun.
But yeah, you just got to look at what Walmart's doing right now. They sell 1 ounce American Eagle coins for $45.
Oh, I saw it. Amazon sells coins too.
It's insane.
eBay.
But the
I saw eBay.
So
ridiculous.
The premiums are out of this world. It's
and
insane.
we would sell.
Why is this? The reason this one is $100 is because it's a proof coin and it's commemorative. It's a special coin actually.
Yeah.
But we have silver as low as 35, 31. Right. We have silver at all different prices. It always depends upon, of course, the spot value and then what the market value is above the spot value. But like we were saying earlier, we're not ones to dig in your pocket, turn you upside down and shake all your money out. That's not what we do. We're here to actually help you to be able to get into gold and silver at whatever price you're able to get into it at. Whether it's in an IRA and you want to protect your life savings, or you just want to purchase some gold and silver and store it away for store of wealth at your home. It's been great talking to y'all. God bless you. We'll see you again tomorrow, and maybe we'll talk about gold.